Ich muss nur kurz auf die Mod-Ansicht noch wechseln, ne? Letztes Mal ist das Stream, also ich hatte Internetprobleme, so die letzten Tage und gestern hatte ich keine Zeit. Irgendwie fehlt mein DS-Stift. Ich hatte den DS die ganze Zeit zugeklappt. Irgendwie fehlt mein DS-Stift, wie gesagt. Ja. Hauptsache ich habe den Stift. Ich mache jetzt einfach mit so einem Stift. Ich weiß, man sollte es nicht machen, ne? Oh, ich stopfe einfach alle hier rein. Dann dauert es eine Stunde, dann wird das fertig. Ich mache das jetzt so. Normalerweise verteile ich ja. Also hier hinten habe ich ja noch ein Item geholt. Wenn wir die Detektivstory hier fertig haben, das haben wir ja letztes Mal angefangen. Ne? Da war ja Sherlock Holmes und der andere Typ da. Und wenn wir das haben, versuche ich mal die Bosse, wo wir über Streetpass, also über Internet bekommen haben, sozusagen. Ne? Weil die sind so Level 20, 30 rum und wir halt auch. Und ja. Eine Phönixfeder. Ich habe ja schon geteasert, dass diese Quest relativ nervig war. Also ich mochte sie nicht. Also nicht sonderlich. Die hat sich ein bisschen gezogen, ne? Da wird sehr viel geredet. Da ist eine blaue Kiste. Ach, wenn wir mal den Schlüssel haben, bei die ganzen Dungeons, werden wir da ja nochmal zurückkehren, ne? Ich weiß nicht, wo ich lang soll. Wir gehen jetzt einfach mal links. Ich will mich ja jetzt hier halt auch nicht überleveln, ne? Geld? Geld ist immer gut. Braucht man in dem Spiel. Und dann gehen wir rechts. Ich kenne mich halt hier in dem Dungeon halt so gut wie nicht aus. So die Anfangsdungeons und so weiß ich eigentlich ganz gut. Was ist das für eine Treppe? Wie kommt man da hin? Ich guck mal, ob es hier einen Geheimgang gibt. Ich meine, da ist eine Treppe irgendwo nirgendwo. Das weiß ich nicht. Ah ja. Müssen wir uns jetzt. Vielleicht kommt man da auch irgendwie anders dann noch hin. Ich gehe mal kurz hier. Entschuldigung, hier runter. Start des Lebens. Und das da hinten war ja die blaue Truhe. Keine Ahnung, wo man von diese Items kommt. Ah. Beziehungsweise es muss ja einen Geheimgang geben, ne? Eine flammende Route. Ja, wir gehen jetzt einfach mal die Treppe hoch. Ich liebe es, so Dungeons einfach mal so durchsuchen und irgendwie so seine Wege zu finden, ne? Auch wenn man sich halt komplett verläuft, so wie ich, keine Ahnung hat, wo hinten und vorne ist. Da ist mal der Street Pass bzw. Speicherfuzzi, wie ich immer so schön sag. Speichern. Das aktualisieren. Und dann setze ich mich natürlich noch gemütlich hin. Weil ich will keine Rückenschmerzen irgendwie riskieren. Muss ich aber meinen Laptop ein bisschen näher herholen. Sonst sieht man mich nicht. Also, da bin ich nur so ein kleiner Kasten. Nee, dann bin ich halt auch nicht mittig. Ich hasse das, wenn ich nicht mittig bin. Von der Cam. Das ist so ein kleiner Tick von mir, könnte man das sagen. Das dauert aber lang zu aktualisieren. Läuft mein Stream im Hintergrund? Ja. Das ist das Wichtigste. Aktualisierung abgeschlossen. Keine Freude zum Aktualisieren. Sehr schön. Ich habe auch mal einen Zettel gefunden, der war unter meinen PC gelegt. Also mit den Klassen, ne? Wo ich halt noch nicht habe. Ich musste da wirklich mal ordentlicher schreiben, ne? Ich habe ja gesagt, den Ninja hole ich nicht. Aber die andere Klasse hole ich. Ich glaube, der hat ja auch eine Elektroschwäche gehabt.
Idiot, you're late.
I'm sorry, sir. We were just... Wait. Why am I in trouble?
Miss Idia, forgive me. I did not realize that you were acquainted with my dear Uncle Heinkel and Aunt Kikyo.
Don't worry about it. Just don't tell me about any more of your relatives.
Now then, allow me to bring you up to speed. The victim was one Lord Earl Gulliver, famous around these parts for his considerable wealth. Real well known. He was alone in this room when he was stabbed in the back by an unknown assailant. He appears to have died on... These three here claim to have discovered the body simultaneously. First, we have Lord Gulliver's wife, Madame Golddigger. Next, the current landowner of Starkfort, Mr. Landlesser. And finally, Lord Gulliver's financial advisor, Noah Interest of Eisenbank.
Eisenbank.
The murderer is within our midst!
No. Soames, get yourself under control, or I'll do it for you.
So sorry, Uncle. I've just always wanted to say that.
So the three of you discovered Lord Gulliver's body simultaneously. Could you tell us the circumstance?
We came to inspect the property. My husband was interested in purchasing it as a vacation home. At first, we toured each floor together. Earl, myself, and these two. Until we reached this My husband, a military history buff, became so enamored with this room that he showed...
And so we escorted the madam down to the 5th floor to show her a bit more of the fort.
My word! Did you see him? He's like a child in a candy store.
And why shouldn't he be happy? Why, to have such a young and beautiful wife at his age, Lord Gulliver...
Now, if you would allow me, madam, it would be my pleasure to show you the 5th floor.
No, if you don't mind, I'd like to look around on my own a bit.
Of course. As you wish, milady.
The Lord's a real character, isn't he? To think of buying a gloomy fort like this as a vacation home. And his wife. A young woman wanting to be left alone in this kind of place.
Well, I'll have not a bad word to say about either if they take this place off my hands.
Indeed.
Oh, back so soon.
Yes, I've seen more than enough. Is my husband still...
Engrossed in the ambiance of the fort, no doubt. What say we go rouse him from his reverie?
Wie gesagt, Detektivgeschichte. Hatte man im ersten Teil auch schon so ähnlich.
And so no one had gone in or out of this room that whole time? If so, that would practically make this a bona fide...
Indeed so. Mr. Lesser and I were standing at the base of these stairs the entire time.
Precisely. And no one went past us to reach the...
And the murder weapon.
This single-edged dagger here, it was found on the floor beside the victim. It matches up.
I've got it! The murderer must have prepared a weapon of solid ice, which he or she then used to deal a blow to Lord...
Genius, Sholmes! Then the ice would have melted, leaving us with no murder weapon.
The cause of death was clearly the stab wound. I'll thank you not to muddy our investigation with frivolous conjecture, Sholmes.
My dear Whitson, have a look at this rope.
Brilliant, Sholmes. Surely the murderer used this rope to lock off the room after escaping.
That's our rope, you fools! It says YHPD right on it!
Do you see that there? A dying message. The murderer is Whit. Whitson, you couldn't have.
Sholmes, you know I would never.
Just having a laugh at your expense, old chum.
I hate to say it, but aren't those two just getting in the way?
You do well to ignore them. His parents begged me to give him a chance. I suspect it was much the same for you, Kunoichi.
Ich muss auch die Waffen und so ausrüsten, wo ich gefunden habe. Okay. Ach ja, ich habe ja jetzt ein paar neue Leute noch bekommen, ne? 30, über 30. Die stapelt sich ziemlich mehr als im anderen Teil. Am besten geht man kurz runter und nochmal hoch zum Speichern. Ne? So mache ich das ja immer mit den Nebenquests. Und es wird fast nur geredet. Ich finde die Quest halt auch nicht so spannend, muss ich sagen. Ne?
That's all we've learned about Lord Gulliver, sir. Carry on, then. We need to determine the motive. Whether it was monetary or some personal grudge.
Inspector Hankel, sir. We searched the walls from top to bottom, but found no evidence of any secret passages.
You gave them each a good whack, I trust?
A good what?
I'm asking whether you were thorough enough to give the walls a good hard knock or not.
No.
Then don't say you searched top to bottom. Get some more men and start knocking walls before I knock you one in the head. Leave not a single stone unturned. I want every inch of this fort.
Yes, sir.
Uncle, I must say, my deductions have led me to believe that the murderer must have hidden beneath...
Oh, we have work to do, Sholmes. Try not to get in the way. How about you, Idia? Have you noticed anything odd?
I'd say the banker and the landowner both strike me as a bit...
You think so, hmm? Well, what have we found out?
Sir, we did a background check on Mr. Lesser, but found nothing particularly He seemed quite pleased with the prospect of having Lord Gulliver take both the land and the building off his hands. The same for the banker, Mr. Noah Entrust. He stood to gain nothing from Lord Gulliver's untimely death.
Any ties between the two?
None. They say that today was their first time meeting one another.
If those two weren't in cahoots, then this really is a locked room case. We've found no evidence to identify a suspect definitively. But if we consider motive alone...
The one who would benefit most from Lord Gulliver's death would be his wife, who stands to inherit all his massive wealth.
True, but would she really try something so obvious?
So you thought so too. Let's look into her story without any preconceived notions. Listen, men. Every shred of evidence we gather brings us one step closer to catching our perp. A formal investigation is painstaking and laborious. But if we're thorough in the task, we will surely bring the culprit to justice.
Yes, sir.
What command! What presence! Now that is what true detective... Sorry, Aunt Kikyo, but I think the Force is the place for me to lead an investigation. Surely you agree, my dear Whitson?
Eine Zeichnung auf dem Boden, ne? Ich finde die voll lustig. Normalerweise müsste da halt noch die Leiche liegen, ne? Abgedeckt.
To think that you became a private
Weil das ja noch
investigator.
gar nicht so lange. Doch, es ist ja schon ein bisschen länger her. Nee, das
So
war.
tell me.
Na, keine Ahnung.
How as talkative as ever.
All we know at present is that the victim was stabbed in the back with no sign of any struggle. We can assume that the murderer was someone close to the late lord, which rules out Mr. Lesser, as the two had only just met today.
Textbuch
However,
kommt
that
nicht
victim might be a
hinterher.
different story. Mr. Entris is worth looking at, as of course is the young wife. She has the most obvious motive, but we have no actual proof, not to mention how she could gain entry.
Lavash. That is simply astounding. I've never heard anyone speak so rapidly. It's like she didn't even stop to...
Yeah. It's been a while, but it never fails to leave an impression.
Sholmes, she spoke!
Right you are, old chum. I dare say we have just experienced the Silent Sleuth's ninja power.
But Kikyo, do you really think she could kill him in one go with those skinny arms?
Quite so. Aunt Kikyo, there must be another suspect hiding beneath this very...
You! Zip it! You know, Kikyo, the murderer must have been a pretty skilled assassin to pull this off. Someone as skilled as, say, you?
What?
Lord Gulliver was stabbed right through to the heart. To deal such a blow with a rusted and neglected knife, such as this one here, would surely take two hands and the full weight of a body behind it. Yet look at this. The silver blade is discolored and there's purple mottling at the base of the neck. Evidence that the blade was coated with some kind of poison. All the murderer had to do was scratch Gulliver's skin, and here, this cut on the victim's leather belt shows that there was at least one missed strike, a derelict weapon, a wasted poison, a needlessly difficult method of killing. In short, this murder was no experienced assassin, but a rank amateur.
Right, not at all your style. I'm sorry for suggesting it. Which leaves us with the wife as the prime suspect after all.
Madam Golddigger, I'm afraid we'll need to take you into custody as a material witness.
You mean, as a suspect?
I can understand why you might... Madam, I do not enjoy using force. I suggest you come along.
What insight, what acumen, to determine so much from a single knife! It pains me to discount my uncle's work, but there is nothing so impressive as the instincts and deductions. Do you not agree, my good Whitson? The poor woman. Material witness or no, to be confined to the very room in which one's husband was brutally murdered.
At least she should be safe, with the room being locked and all.
Keep watch on Madam Golddigger. No one comes up or down these stairs, got it? Sholmes, what are you two into?
We thought to examine this floor in further detail.
By Jove, I think I've got it!
What?
Sorry. I just had the sudden urge to say that.
Ugh. The rest of you come with me. The lower floors need thorough inspection.
Huh? What happened to Kikyo?
Before we knew it, she had dashed off somewhere. Oh, and she left behind this note.
Investigating downstairs. Maybe.
Ich muss irgendwo überall hin. Quer durch den Dungeon. Einmal laufen.
Oh, you're not with Sean?
We are fast friends and partners, but even we don't spend all our waking hours. On a case, we stick to our own specialties and try not to interfere with each other's processes.
Your specialties?
Sholmes tends to rely on instinct and inspiration to make his deductions. I prefer to quietly analyze the details of a crime. I suppose we are both the products of our environment.
You also come from quite the family, huh? No less impressive than Sholmes, at least.
Oh, please, come off that. Sholmes' grandfather was a world-famous detective. Mine was a world-famous detective's aide. Sholmes' father became police commissioner, while mine was never promoted beyond... His mother is a best-selling mystery novelist. Mine A best-selling mystery novelist's assistant. Sholmes comes from a line of brilliant deductive geniuses, while I come from a line of glorified
Im
sidekicks.
Schriftsteller ist auch
There are
eine
no Inspector Hankels or
Anspielung
silent
auf
sleuth Kikios
Watson
among
und
my
Sholmes, also die
relatives.
Detektivbücher.
Not that I'd expect the heirs to the houses of Lee and Jenny Olja to understand.
So what are you gonna do once Sholmes figures out his career path?
Who knows? I can only do what I can. Quietly.
I see. Sorry to interrupt your investigation.
He's almost like a different person when he's not together with Sholmes.
So. Jetzt müssen wir irgendwie runter und dann da hoch. Es müsste der Raum da ganz links sein. Ich glaube, zu der Treppe, wo ich noch nicht hingekommen bin, komme ich auch noch hin. Ich weiß es nicht. Ach, ups. Es hätte also, als wäre es auf der anderen Seite, aber ich musste da gar nicht hin. Ich habe in der Ecke auch gar nicht gesehen. Ich muss mit ihm reden.
Oh, Miss Idia.
So, I hear your family is something else, Sholmes.
I wouldn't say that.
Really? Grandfather, a famous private detective? Father, a best-selling mystery novelist for a mother? Not to mention Heinkel and Kikyo. I'd say that's pretty darn impressive.
Perhaps. Unfortunately, I'm far less so. To be honest, it's quite a burden. I had hoped the two of you might understand how I feel. The daughter of the Grand Marshal of Eternia, and the young heir to the illustrious House Genealogia.
Well, you know yourself best. So, what are you gonna do? Planning?
They both have their own appeal, of course. Should I join the police, master the art of leading an investigation, and hone my innate leadership? Or should I use the deductive genius I was born with to become a famous PI, solving cases that have baffled ordinary minds the realm over? Miss Idia, which do you think would be a better use of my considerable talents?
Well, when you put it that way. Basically, it comes down to whether you'd rather start your career working for Heinkel or Kikyo, right? I bet whoever you turned down would try and convince you to reconsider. With force.
Do you really think so? Both my aunt and uncle seem frustrated with my aimless nature. I've come to think that they might even be relieved to not have me follow in their footsteps.
You may be less of a self-important spoiled brat than I thought. That's some insight after all. I guess it does run in the family. My advice would be to just watch carefully how both Heinkel and Kikyo approach their work.
Observation is one of the most
Don't give up!
Ich glaube, wenn man entscheiden soll, was er machen soll, kann man überhaupt hoch jetzt. Was soll man hoch? Ich habe gedacht, seine Frau soll hier oben sein. Wo ist die hin? Irgendwie. Ist hier kein Applaus, Ausrufzeichen mehr. Ich glaube, ich muss noch weiter nach unten, ne? Ich glaube, ich weiß, wieso ich die... Ach, jetzt geht's hier weiter.
I'll not be taking any ridiculous questions about why a knight...
Heinkel!
Do not worry. I have not betrayed your father's trust. My business is mine alone. Further prying will get no more out of me.
Murder.
I would not object to telling you the tale, but now is...
Inspector, you must see this, sir.
Understood. I'm on my...
Heinkel!
What more can you have to pester me about?
Just, why are you still wearing that? I mean, you don't usually see...
Ha! Have you ever seen me in anything else? It'll take more than a job change to get me to lay these aside. Not to mention my great shield.
Sir!
Ah! Can you simpletons go 1 minute without hounding me?
It's Madame Golddigger, sir. She's dead.
What's that you say?
Ey, ich bin voll verdächtig, ich war gerade eben da oben. Ne?
I heard a noise and came running, but she was already cold.
Did she do this herself? A murder-suicide?
A fine mess this has become.
The madam is dead? Oh, Sid!
Madame Golddigger as well? But what about...
That's hardly...
Is it true? Lord Gulliver's wife dead as well?
Whitson, quick to the scene, I see.
Everyone's already here but you, Sholmes.
So, Madame Golddigger is also dead. This is surely a case of murder!
And just why do you think that,
Call it a sixth sense? A flash of insight. A strong... And it tells me now that the murderer...
Come, Sholmes, even for you, that's a bit... What's that?
A note. I shall follow where you go. Did Madame Golddigger write this?
She killed herself out of grief over the loss of her
No. This was surely planted by the murderer to lead us astray. A personal challenge from...
Hang on, where's the challenge in there?
There must be a hidden message. If we look at the first letter of each...
There's only one sentence!
Oh, enough! We start the investigation from the top. Yeah.
Noch kurz im Hintergrund neu laden. Partygespräch. Moment, ich werde kurz gerufen. Ne? Hast mal eine Switch weitergegeben, ne? So,
Heinkel, how sure are we that this room is really secure?
We've been over every inch and found not a single hidden passage. It's a sealed chamber if I ever saw one.
Kikyo, you stayed here when you were with the Black Blades, didn't you? How well?
When I was stationed here as part of the Black Blades' covert forces, I knew every hidden passage in this fort. It appears, however, that there have been renovations since then, which could very well mean...
All right, listen up. I want you to go over every square inch of this room with a...
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Uncle Heinkel. We'd like to have a word with you.
What is it this time?
I just thought, perhaps we should consult with Mr. Lesser. He is the owner of the fort.
Renovations? I'm afraid any such work would have occurred before I acquired the property.
But you should have records showing the name of the former owner, yes? The one who carried out seven...
Yes, I believe I do.
I thought as much. Just as you should have record.
That's true enough.
I remember it well. We were still students then. It was the best pay we'd...
Why, yes, it was.
You heard the man. Go to Mr. Lesser's office and bring me the names of everyone involved with the renovation work.
Yes, sir.
Also ich weiß gar nicht mehr, wie diese Story ausgeht.
Not too shabby, Sholmes. You might have what it takes to pull off an investigation.
I wonder. In truth, I still can't decide. Am I best suited to the life of an inspector? Or am I destined to be...
You gotta pick...
Ich sag jetzt, Fahrdetektiv. Nee, Polizeiinspektor, dann mischt sich die Kikyo ein. Da muss man gegen Kikyo kämpfen, so rum.
I think you should follow in Heinkel's footsteps. You'd make a great inspector. Now's not the time for you to be running around. Start off by working with... If you do that, I bet...
Why, yes! I'll train to become an inspector.
Kikyo?
I was asked by your parents to help you find a job, a sheltered little to watch over you, even though I would rather...
Kikyo?
And you, I
Ah nein, ich wollte doch gerade Shinya holen, nicht doof. Kann sich nochmal umentscheiden.
To be frank, am I best... Or...
So. Jetzt stimmt's, man kann sich ja Gott sei Dank nochmal umentscheiden. Ne?
Sholmes, I think you should... There's something to be said for structure and teamwork. Work on your own like Kikyo, and you'll do that, and you'll have a bright, crime-solving future.
Why, yes! I'll dedicate myself to becoming a great...
What is this nonsense? A fine pair you make.
Heinkel!
You may come from a great family. Perhaps you've been caught up in this fool's starry-eyed dreams, but to seriously recommend that my dunce of a nephew become a... Just a load I'd expect from a know-nothing glut...
Heinkel!
Shut your mouth, maggot!
Ja. So.
Fine then, but do not...
Ich froh, wenn die eine Festung ist.
Former command, alias the Iron Wall of Una. Justice will...
Und, ich muss zweimal das machen. Das suchen. Und das suchen. Die anderen verteidigen alle. Engel. Engel und Entner. Aber ich habe einer, wo ich rufen kann, wo heilt. sag mal so, wenn die kleinen Futzes weg sind, geht es natürlich viel einfacher.
This is our true power. This is the end for you. I'm back and better than ever.
Ein Heilmittel. Halbe mit einem Übertrank mache ich mal. Habe ich irgendwas mit Blitzschaden, ne? Feuer, Wasser, Wind, Blitzschaden. Ne? Das hat gut Schaden gemacht. Was war das gerade für ein Schaden, wo Magnolia gemacht hat? Gut, sie war durch die Freunde gepusht. Und jetzt kriegt keine Erfahrungspunkte, der Arme. Und ich krieg sozusagen meinen Hypertrank zurück. Das mit dem Ninja habe ich mir schon aufgeschrieben, ne? Das habe ich tatsächlich dran gedacht. Ich trinke mal kurz einen Schluck Wasser.
I can't believe I lost. You're stronger than you look.
Who are you?
The game is up, Whitson. There's no place for you to run.
What?
You always hated it when I followed my Aunt Kikyo's lead, using my instinct to deduce the truth. That's because you were always afraid that I just might notice something suspicious about you. Like the fact that you observed a certain feature of this fort when we worked here 2 years ago, as well as...
Looks like the ruse is up.
Whoa.
When your biggest dream was to be some glorified flatfoot, I thought I could let it slide. But I knew I'd be in trouble once you started to truly hone your keen intuition.
What have you done with Heinkel?
I don't have to answer to you. If you care so much, find him yourself.
Get back here! A secret passage.
Etwas später.
So they found the real Heinkel tied up in one of the fort's hidden corridors? Yeah. I'm just relieved that he wasn't hurt.
Sholmes says he was lured out by a false promise of information, then ambushed and taken captive.
But in the end, we still... Well, thanks to Inspector Heinkel's investigation, several facts have come to light.
Lord Gulliver's murder was the sole work of Madame Goldigga, who was after his fortune from the beginning. She heard about the hidden corridor from Whitson. Apparently those two have a history together. She just happened to hear about it?
Whitson mentioned the corridors when Lady Goldigga told him that her husband planned to purchase Starkford. Perhaps he also mentioned how ideally suited it was for staging the perfect murder.
A murder she then decided to carry out. Whatever he knew or didn't know, Whitson hurried to the crime scene under the pretense of investigating with Sholmes. Then Madame Goldigga misread his intentions, thinking he was there to help her. She tried over and over to get him on her side. In the end, she even tried threatening him, though we'll never be sure with what.
But what about the note we found? I shall follow where you go.
There were quite a few theories flying around about that note, weren't there? The Madam might have written it, or...
The truth seems to be that Lord Gulliver wrote that note himself.
He did?
I guess coming to Starkford and getting caught up in its history sparked the creative urge in him. That note was from a novel he was working on. They found the continuation of it with the rest of his belongings.
Oh, so it was just a red herring.
Forgive me. It's my fault for jumping to conclusions like I did.
Apologizing for a bad hunch? Who are you, and what did you do with the real Sholmes?
I'll take that as a compliment. I've opened my own detective agency right here in Yunohana. I've solved a number of cases already. The police have even come to enlist my services.
Moving up in the world, aren't we?
But wait, I smell a new case brewing.
What?
I just saw Yunohana's finest hurrying off in quite the rush. Given their numbers, it must be something big. One of Aunt Kikyo's blades. Go it alone this time, is it? It seems she wants me to handle this case on my own. I'd best...
Huh. He's turned out to be the Oh!
He always had a good sense for catching the relevant details of a case, but he's also surprisingly good at looking beyond his own preconceived notions. He even comes out with some shocking deductions at times. I don't know if it's true that blood will out, but he just might very well live up to the legacy of our family. I would not be surprised if he ends up even surpassing his grandfather one day, even if he lacks somewhat in the areas of common sense and social graces. Always calling me dear Aunt Kikyo. I feel obligated to come to every crime scene with a batch of freshly baked chocolate chip cookies.
Sounds to me like you're pretty proud of him.
It seems you chose well, Idia. Everything's working out wonderfully.
Yep. Not bad if I do say so myself. And I'm relieved that I gave Sholmes good advice for his future, too.
Excuse me, can I get a soybean mochi and another cup of strong tea?
Make that 2.
One for me, too. Let's make it 5 sets.
Coming right up!
But there's only 4 of...
Ja, die Detektivsache hätten wir jetzt auch mal abgeschlossen, ne? Ich gehe jetzt erstmal einkaufen, ne? Mal im Startblatt kann man da auch ja. Schon sind wir wieder. Gut, ich könnte noch nach Waffen gucken, ne? Da mir irgendwas, einen Bogen könnte ich mir noch kaufen, ne? Jetzt bin ich pleite. Da kann man sich ja jederzeit kostenlos heilen, ne? Das werde ich auch direkt nutzen, ne? Statt irgendwie ins Inn zu gehen, erstmal hier lang. So, und schon sind wieder alle fit. Und leben wieder vor allem.
Why, hello. It's so nice to... Will you be staying the night? Or are you just here for a quick bath? We have rose baths today. Every bath is filled with beautiful petals and exfoliating thorns.
That sounds great, Sakura. But actually, we could really use your help.
A ship, you say? I fear I'm just a humble stewardess. You should speak with Lord Arima.
Lord Arima?
Yes, the Lord of Yunohana. If you visit the castle, he should be happy to grant...
That makes sense. Thanks.
Well, let's go see if this Lord has a...
Ich muss mal meine Monsterwahrscheinlichkeit wieder anschalten, ne? Zack. Ich weiß nicht mehr, wer dieser Fürst war. Es sei ja irgendwie noch einen Kampf oder so gibt. Ich weiß nur, dass wir bald ins New Game Plus kommen müssten, ne? Das ist der Fürst. Der ist ziemlich groß.
Welcome, travelers. I am Kusatsu Arima IV, Lord of the Band. Your arrival in our nation has made quite the splash. I hear it you fight the Empire. If you need anything at all, just say the word. I will happily...
Thank you, your lordship. As a matter of fact...
A ship, you say? Why, that's as simple as soap and water. My favorite lacquered gondola is at the docks, adorned ornately with the Arima family crest.
Another rowboat. Actually, we were looking for something a bit more...
That's one idea down the drain. And yet, I fear it... If only there were some way to... But no, that...
What's impossible?
Alas, an intractable clog. If you wish to venture into the open seas, I suggest you wait for a merchant vessel.
But how long is that gonna take?
What are we gonna do?
Now, my friends, no need to get so loud. Come, let us nibble on something sweet, and we shall ponder this bubblesome issue together.
Did you say something?
I did. It just so happens a traveling confectioner was recently drawn to our bath. He presented me with an offering of desserts, but I fear they will be too sweet for my soap. Perhaps you will find them more to your liking.
Hey, I bet these are from that traveling pastry chef we met back in Heartschild. What luck! Maybe he has milk for us too.
It's worth asking. They're all different. Let's each pick one.
I don't care much for sweets either, so I'll just have whatever's left over.
Then it's just the three of us. First come, first served! Oh, they all look so yummy! Un petit minute! What do you think you're doing? That's the one I wanted!
Settle down, you two. There's no use fighting over cake.
Right, let's unclench those fists.
I know. Why don't we let you decide who gets first dibs?
Good idea! I'm sure you will choose wisely. Well, murder girl. Why do I feel like I'm being sandbagged? You? I'm trusting you won't be swayed by any saucy wiles. Got it?
Right. Whatever you say.
Idea, Magnolia. Tess!
Gosh, really? I can go first? Okay, then... I'll take the mixed nut tart Nirvana. It looks really filling. Well, here goes nothing. Whoa! This is totally a mix.
It's that good?
Oh yeah, believe you me, I can't quite describe it. Eternity almonds, Eisennuts, Harina Stachios, Twilight walnuts. It's chock full of them. The greatest and tastiest nuts in all of Luxembourg. All in, they're covered in this amazing buttery nougat. The whole thing, it's like my tongue's being tickled by tree.
Sir?
What's got into Tez?
Man, oh man! That must be one
Well, guess it's my turn! Wait, something's not right.
Tiz? Are you... No, something's definitely not right.
I've seen this look before. Of course! There must have been something in that tart!
Bazooks! Could it have been poisoned? I don't know, but we shouldn't eat anymore. Let's throw it out. That's no way to treat my delectable
Oh, ich habe gerade eben meinen Heiler sozusagen aus dem Raum gegeben, ne?
What did you put in that tart?
No artificial ingredients, if that's what you're implying. Just pure, unadulterated. My creations don't just taste magical, you see. These cakes include an extra dash of inspiration. Taste and behold the result. A one-way ticket.
Huh? What's happening? Sir? I'm What? What did you do?
Didn't we just go over this? My cakes are so divine, anyone who tastes one. Of course, in heaven you have no body, and you can't move or talk. I like to call it death by delicious.
You villain! Is this what you did to all those poor people in Heartstrap?
That's right, and they savored every...
Just who the heck are you anyway? Wait.
Angelo Ovio Panettone, patissier non parel, personal confectioner to the Kaiser, and proud owner of the patissier asterisk. My boss was sick of you meddling in his affairs, so here I am.
Yes!
Right on cue. Now let's hear it.
To die!
My face is...
To die!
And these losers can...
Go to heaven!
It's time for dessert! Lick...
Ich habe gerade eben meinen Heiler hergegeben, ne?
I am Angelo Panettone. By whisk and by spatula. The women of the...
Aber Geister können nur Magie benutzen. Dann geht es ja noch.
Wait, you're the darling she was going on about?
Yes, she was. But I assure you, I was not. I show her a little bit of kindness. Not the... but over and over. I can't stand...
You're a real jerk, you know that? Can't you see that she loved...
Huh, that's rich, coming from the kid who beat her in back. You think I wanted to come over? Yet here I am. That woman continues to...
Er heilt und die Person macht Schaden, ne? Und dann will ich die auf der Seite da loswerden. Ein Tester heilen. Ich habe das natürlich gewusst, dass er nur heilen kann. Oder nicht besiegt werden kann.
Revenge? Is that girl was nothing more than a tool to me. If my spatula broke,
I feel so. You had someone who. And you're calling her a spatula.
Ich glaube, die spekulieren immer darauf, dass man Testi-Sachen gibt. Aber man sich nicht zwischen Magnolia und Idea entscheiden möchte. Ich glaube, das habe ich damals beim ersten Film halt auch gemacht. Das sind tatsächlich zwei verschiedene. Okay, die Ante ist weg. Beleben. Ich habe schon eine höhere Heilung. Er hatte jetzt keine wirkliche Schwäche. Dann machen wir einfach Blitz mit Hammer. Ah doch, Blitz mit Hammer machen wir mal so kombiniert. Und sie verteidigt. Und er macht einmal einen Weg ran auf Idea. Also es war doch vielleicht die richtige Entscheidung, solange man weiß, Maria für den Kampf zu schützen. Ne? Ich glaube, ich habe den Kampf jetzt unter Kontrolle, wo er seine Schützerreden nicht mehr hat. Er hat sie wieder. Gut, er kann jetzt nicht aktiv angreifen, aber er kann das hier machen. Ne? Okay, so, ich habe gerade den Nebel kapiert. Also der Nebel, ja, wenn man, ich mache Blitz und dann mache ich den Nebel, da kriegen sie alle Hunde mal Schaden. Das ist eigentlich voll cool. Wie viele Leben hat er denn noch? Oh Gott. Einiges. Das mit dem Nebel muss ich mir auf jeden Fall merken, ne? Ja, ich glaube, die Edda hat nicht gewirkt. Ach, er ist besiegt, das heißt, er kann seine Funzeln da auch nicht mehr pushen, ne? Ja, der Kampf lief doch ganz gut. Dies war halt nicht in Gefahr, er konnte halt die Erfahrungspunkte gut mitnehmen, ne? Und ganz viel Kuchen erhalten, ne? Yay! Kuchen. Und damit hätten wir eine neue Klasse. Ich glaube, es kommt noch eine relativ coole Klasse. Später. Da kann er auch heilen und pushen. Das ist so wie die Tänzerrede. Aber ich könnte diese Klasse halt nicht spielen. Aus gewissen Gründen, ne?
All my work, my pride, my passion, that I suffer the same fate as that woman is just icing on. What are you waiting for? Finish me and end this. But you don't want to dirty your spotless hands? To think I lost to the like. Then you leave me no choice but to do the deed myself. Heaven! What? No! Put down the cake! This ring. It's that cheap trinket I gave Amy. There's a note tied to...
To my sweet darling. If you're reading this, I guess it means I'm pushing up daisies. I'm sorry for letting you down. I was never good enough for you. But I loved you. More than anyone in the... Growing up in the woods, all I ever ate was roots and bark and wild animals and stuff. I didn't even know what cake was until we met. But that first bite I took, holy cow! I couldn't believe anything so sweet could exist in this world. So I decided I'd be sticking with you. If I hadn't have met you, I probably never would have seen the outside of those woods. You made my world a bigger place, darling. P.S. You want to know what made me happiest? When I slept in on Sundays and you made me your special pancakes. I'd give anything just to taste them again. So listen, if you ever loved me, even just for a second, do me one last favor. Stop fighting. Open the pancake shop instead. Then everyone in the world...
Da war so ein kleiner Brief dran und da stand so ein Text drin.
Times I asked her. Even now, in my lowest moment of failure, she won't knock it off. Aggravating to the end.
Oh, where are you going?
Next time we meet, you'll get your just desserts. I'll serve you the best pancakes.
Und was ist jetzt mit Tess?
Phew, he was one tough cook.
Wait, aren't we forgetting some...
All of us! We never asked him to bring Tiz back from heaven!
Oh no, now what do we do?
This isn't good. And we don't even know which way...
You mean Tiz is stuck like this?
Now he's panicking. I can't see him, but I can feel it.
Me too. We have to do something.
Ich glaube, das ist immer drauf hinausgelaufen, dass Tess, das war, weil die Texte ja darauf angepasst sind.
Well done, my noble friends. You washed the It was a schwitz watching from my comfortable hiding spot. But if not for your quick action, our peaceful nation would truly be... As a token of my eternal gratitude, I would bestow upon you
a bath port?
Yes, like a passport, but with a B and a lisp. With it, you are free to make use of our baths whenever you wish.
That's very generous of you, your lordship, but we don't have much time for hanging out in... Wait a minute. Of course, the hot spring... The baths here are supposed to cure all ills. Maybe it'll work on Tiz too.
Are hot springs really that powerful?
It's worth a try. I'll go get a bucket of water. Here it is. Oh, that's...
Tiz must be around here somewhere. Just toss...
Okay, here it goes. Ow! Talk about hot! It works!
It's a little scary how powerful that stuff is. But it's good to have you back.
You're telling me? Boy, I thought I was gonna be stuck.
There's nothing a good bath can't solve. Indeed, cleanliness is next to godliness. Now that that mess is all cleaned up, I insist you stay the night.
You know, a bath would be good right now. What do you say, everyone?
Nach dem Stress erstmal ein Bad. Ah, ich liebe diese Stadt. Da habe ich immer so die Okami-Vibes. Okami ist so ein Spiel, das will ich auch mal wieder live spielen. Gut, ich spiele ja jetzt erstmal das fertig, dann werde ich wahrscheinlich... Ich weiß es nicht. Bis ich mit dem Spiel fertig bin, ist vielleicht schon das Pokémon Schwert DLC draußen. Vielleicht spiele ich nochmal Pokémon Schwert zwischendurch. Oder irgendein anderes Pokémon-Spiel.
Tell me about it. Take a look at this, sir. I've been working out. 20 push-ups and 20 sit-ups every night. What do you think? Am I looking more...
You sure are. My routine is 50 each, morning and night, you know.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I heard all about your bravery from Lord Arima's valet. He tells me you saved our town.
Oh, no. We just did what we had to do.
That's not what I heard. I think you're being far too modest.
Well, it was a tough fight.
In any case, your dinner is ready. Please, enjoy it while it's...
Oh, thank you. We'll just dry off and be...
Coming! Idia! Idia, your clothes!
Idia hört da so Essen. Zack, war sie weg.
Now that...
No kidding. What a feast.
taste?
I'm so glad you liked it. It's always nice for a cook to know her efforts weren't in vain.
Wait, you made all this?
Oh yes, as the sole employee of this bathhouse, cleaning the baths, managing the front desk, preparing the meals, whatever needs to be...
Get out. You're like the Omega weapon of innkeepers.
Why, thank you, I think. Will you be retiring for the night soon?
Yeah, I'm pretty sleepy.
Lord Arima sent over a tremendous amount of yuzu. Perhaps you'd like to enter once more before turning...
Yuzu baths?
What?
Yuzu. It's a citrus fruit. You bathe with whole fruits floating in the water.
It will warm you to the bones, and it's wonderful for your skin.
That sounds lovely.
Well, I'd hate to miss the chance, so I think I'll try it out. I would too, but I'm really beat.
Me too. Oh, I might have overdone it.
All right, see you later then. The scent of yuzu is so refreshing. Hey, Magnolia?
Yes? What?
I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. The moon, its customs, I really had no idea.
Don't worry about it. It was my fault for leaping to conclusions. I mean, of course you wouldn't propose to me on our very first meeting. Although, I really was happy. I even considered saying yes. Right then and there.
Really?
It's a secret. But it wasn't quite love at first sight, if that's what you're thinking.
A secret? But you'll tell me someday, right?
Peut-être. I'll think about it.
Das war eine Anspielung an das DLC, dass sie ihm im DLC schon mal getroffen hat.
Too bad we can't stay like this.
Yeah. The Skyhold is still out there. That's our main worry. And we still need to find an ocean-worthy ship.
I wish we could do something for the people of Heartschild, too. We could bring the spring water to them, but it seems it's not as effective once it cools off.
And as long as they're in that gone to heaven ghost state, they are coming here. We can't take the hot springs to them, and we can't bring them to the hot springs.
You seem troubled, my young friends.
I know that voice. You're the man with the purple pen.
That's a curious name, though I suppose it's better than stalker or ghost.
I've got another name for you if you want. Peeping Tom.
I assure you, I'd never dream of doing such a thing. My intentions are nothing if not noble. My own opportunities are like bean sprouts. Use them while you can, or they'll be spoiled before you know it.
Well, that sounds great, but...
Your ship is right before your eyes. Now you need
What? I don't see...
Lord Arima's intractable clog. I've taken the liberty of tracting it. Anchors away.
Whoa!
You? Magnolia?
Wasn't us. Honest. What's with all the racket? We were in the bath when the man with the purple pen showed up.
The man with the purple pen?
Yes, I heard him too. You mean he's here? In the bath?
His voice was coming from upstairs. Let's check it.
Der Mann mit dem lila Stift. Der hat ja in dem Tagebuch irgendwo rumgekritzelt. Das sind nur die Fähigkeiten. Okay. Ich bin, glaube ich, geheilt worden jetzt. Ja. Genau, da ist ja das Steuerrad versteckt.
What's a ship's wheel doing here?
This is where it sounded like the man with the purple pen was.
Well, he's not here now. Where's...
Bathing! She moves! Oh, how many years...
Why, look at this room. I thought it was only for storing the linens.
Your lordship, Sakura!
To think there was a soul who could write her plumbing, truly.
Your lordship, I beg of you, please lend us this vessel. We want to take its healing waters to Heartschild. If the water's still hot, we'll be able to cure the townspeople.
Not content to save our nation alone, you intend to scrub Heartschild free of its trouble. It would ill behoove me to throw a wet towel. This vessel was the very rubber duck of Yunohana, but from this day, after you have saved Heartschild, journey with her wherever you need to pull the plug.
Thank you very bad.
Ja, das ist das Geheimnis des Schiffes, also der Stadt. Wie es auch so schnell erbaut werden konnte.
Does anyone know how to pilot it? More or less.
Oh, someone's been studying.
Weil das Schiff, das war halt nicht immer da.
Really? Oh well, I'll figure it out.
Way to go, Idia. Helm, set a course for Heartschild.
Aye, Captain. Bringing her about full steam.
Ja, jetzt können wir auf dem Meer herumfahren. Kannst jederzeit das Vaterhaus betreten. Ich möchte speichern. Ja, da oben ist gerade die Speicherfeder. Ich speichere trotzdem. Weil ich ja jetzt hier auf den Mond will. Dann gucke ich mal erstmal, wer das Schwächste von diesen Viechern ist. Level 21. Kämpfen. Vielleicht kann ich sie alle besiegen. Das sieht aus wie ein Weihnachtsmann. Schwäche Wind. Okay, den kann ich mal nicht besiegen. Ich will dir halt auch nur zeigen. Ich könnte aber mal Feuer drücken. Alle bestätigen. Na, da war jetzt Level 21 und ich konnte den nicht besiegen. Ne? Ja gut, ich will die halt auch nur zeigen. Ne? Dieses Ding erinnert mich immer an diese eine Ultra-Bestie. Der hätte eine Windschwäche. Aber ich kann es halt noch nicht besiegen, ne? sozusagen nur Level 25. Ja, das sind ja die Balls, die sind halt ein bisschen gemeingefährlicher. Ich werde doch des Öfteren sterben, ne? Jetzt machen wir mal den. Der ist Eis, also der. Könnte aber auch eine Blitzschwäche haben, ne? Gut, ich werde eh wieder sterben, ne? Ach, der hat eine Feuerschwäche tatsächlich. Das Trauerspiel. Ich kann die Gegner nur zeigen, ne? Aber nicht selbst besiegen, ne? Aber ich könnte mal machen Folgendes. Schützen, ne? Schützen, ne? Gehe ich kurz mal speichern. Also einfach, dass ich weiß, welche ich gemacht habe. Und dass ich dann gegen die später mal kämpfen kann, ne? Um mal ein richtiger Kampf gegen die zu zeigen, ne? Doppelte tue ich halt nicht schützen, ne? Ach, hab ich den doppelt? Neon. Verschiedene Level. Der eine ist 30 und der andere ist 25. Den Weihnachtsmann habe ich auch doppelt. Das müsste der Elektrofuzzi sein. Und das ist auch der Weihnachtsmann. Okay. Habe ich alle gezeigt. Die anderen sind, glaube ich, alle auf Arbeit. Ne, die sind tatsächlich fertig. Ja, die Balls sind so ein bisschen Geheimbosse, gute Gegner. Ich will aber kurz wissen, ne, was mit der alten Wasserstadt passiert ist. Gut, ob ich da jetzt ohne Probleme hinkomme, weiß ich nicht. Ein Zombie. Ich will jetzt machen Blitz, Nebel. Blitz. Gut, machen wir mal das so. Ich werde wahrscheinlich jetzt wegen dir den Scheiß speichern momentan. Auf See lässt sich natürlich super gut leveln, ne? Eine neue Waffe oder so habe ich ja nicht bekommen, ne? Okay. Ah, das mit dem alten Boss hat halt besser geklappt als gedacht. Wie hieß der Stadt Großschiff? Ich wusste gerade mal. Also ich kann wetten, dass die Krabbe Elektro, ja. Die meisten Gegner haben halt Elektroschwäche auf See. Warte mal, wie viel Leben hat er noch? Ich könnte mich ja jederzeit heilen. Ne? Was auch nötig ist. Schiff betreten, ne? Dadurch, dass ich Schiff betreten habe, hat man, glaube ich, vielleicht gerade ein kleiner Spoiler gesehen, was von die Piloten betrifft. Doch hat meine beiden Männer gestoppt. Muss ich das Phönixfeder opfern? Ah! Ich muss mal dringend Phönixfedern kaufen. Ach, es speichert, wenn ich jedes Schiff verlasse. Mein Großschiff wäre jetzt hier an der Stelle gewesen, ne? Es existiert nicht mehr. Was sind das für Gestalten, ne? Ja, ich möchte Blitz, Nebel. Und dann also ich habe das Level nötig auf See. Da merkt man aber auch, dass die Levelkurve halt wieder gestiegen ist. Dann fahren wir zum Hartschild.
My, so this is...
That's right. Hey, wait a minute.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
It's just that, we kind of get into a lot of...
Then all the more reason. I'll stay right here. On a perilous journey such as yours, you're bound to have aches. When that happens, I'll be here to see you're as comfortable as...
Does that mean you'll be cooking for us too?
But of course, hot meals, thrice...
Now that's what I'm talking about!
Hauptsache Essen, Hauptsache gut versorgt. Na, wer kommt denn da? Kaum auf Land. Die sind halt nicht mehr so der Rede wert, die Gegner. Ich komme halt ein Klassenlevel höher, habe ich gerade gesehen. Einfach mal ein bisschen Hartschild. Die Lava ist halt immer noch da.
Nope, there's no one inside either.
Everybody went to heaven.
Huh? What's that sound? It's coming from outside the city, and it's getting close.
Sergeant Sapp, sir! We're almost at Hartstown, sir.
No thanks to this rat's a fracking machine. We should have been here days.
Don't be too hard on him, Sergeant Sapp, sir. He did his best on.
We could have been the ones to take the city, too. Oh well, might as well tear down the walls and level the place. And get a move on, or His Majesty will leave us behind.
Huh? Sergeant Sapp...
No matter. If they get in the way, just,
What is that? That's the Imperial insignia on it. What clunky, primitive technology.
It's...
I know, right? It's so rustic and rugged.
You two, quit gawking and get ready to fight. It's coming for us.
Oh, an den Kampf wusste ich gar nicht mehr, dass der kommt. Ist das doch von den Wasser? Das heißt... Eiszapfen mit Nebel. Ich versuche gerade zu verstehen, was die da singen, ne? Ah, okay, jedes Mal, wenn die den Wasserangriff abbekommen, können die in der nächsten Runde, also sind die dann draußen, ne? Oder so ähnlich, ich habe keine Ahnung, wie dieser Kampf funktioniert. verlängere mal den Nebel.
Cheer up, guys. I've got this.
Ich habe gerade geguckt, ob mein Stream noch läuft. Ich sehe das nicht. Ach, ich weiß, was ich verkehrt eingestellt habe. Sehe ich meinen eigenen Stream, ob er läuft. Nee, warte mal, ich möchte Nebel, Eiszapfen, Hammer. Na, halt's mal selbst. Ich könnte mal Götterwaffe senden. So ein Angriff, wo alle angreift, wäre, glaube ich, nice. Das war ein guter Schaden, das war sogar ein Crit. Einer auf den Biss ist wieder da. Dann nehmen wir mal eine Etta. Einen Magnolia. Dann gehen wir auf Objekte. Ich habe irgendwas mit Wasserschaden.
Climb Mount Fragmentum. 000.
Sir, yes, sir.
Don't lower it by mistake.
Boiler temperature at 50%, sir.
Okay, ich schlafe wirklich. Ich glaube, das hast du vorbereiten, ne? Das, weil ich keine Wasser gemacht habe. Ich muss die mal abfüllen, die Maschine. Aber ich will erstmal halbe mit einem Supertank wieder machen, ne? Da mache ich mir mal mit 2 Supertanken, ne? Eiszapfen mit Nebel. Eiszapfen mit Hammer.
We don't have enough power, sir.
Tank hat einen Technikendefekt. Wie kann ich irgendwelche Freunde noch rufen, ne? Dann gebe ich mir noch auf. Thomas rufe ich mal. Ah, da setze ich heil einfach mal mit der kompletten Dinge. Gucken wir mal, wie die Leben sinken, ne? Ich werde immer schiefer hier in der Festkern. Das war die Heilung. Warte. Einmal Not, dann der Wolf und das andere sind Angriffe. Eiszapfen mit Nebel. Eiszapfen mit Hammer. Und dann machen wir zweimal Vika. Ja, das machen sie immer, wenn man zu lange keine Wasserangriffe macht. Das war das Ding bei denen, dass die Wenn sie auf 100% sind, dann ist man so gut wie RIP. Cis heilt einmal Magnolia. Machen wir mal das. Cis verteidigt einfach nur.
Oh, jeez!
Holy moly! Es sind einfach alle gestorben außer Magnolia. Wegen dem KP. Oh.
Preposterous! The pride of our army! Our next generation super weapon!
Sergeant Sapp, sir, a message from HQ. It went Sky Fold, Diam, and T Sales, Fro, Next Ob, Return, Post, Face, or Furt for more, and what?
Ooh, and we got no...
But, sir!
Just do it! We can't let the...
I can't do it, sir.
Why, I'll break your...
Wouldn't it be faster if we walked?
Just shut up!
Look at that thing clanking and clunking away. It's so cool.
I wish I had one. Anyway, now that that's over, what do we do about Heart's...
We'll need to douse every inch of the city. But how can we do that without... I know! We could spray the whole town at once with a great...
Yeah, good idea. Let's do that. Idia, you get the giant shower and we'll wait here.
Murder.
No, it is a good idea. There's a fountain in the middle of town. If we just connect that to the bathhouse...
Nice thinking, sir. Don't jinx me.
Anyway, the pipe leading to the fountain should be right over there. Great. Let's get to...
Okay, that should do it.
All right, open the valve and start pumping.
Dann hätten wir mal die Stadt.
Is it raining? Oh, I can see everyone.
It worked! The townspeople are back to normal. We brought the heart back to Heart's Child. Good job, everyone. I'm in your debt again. Thanks to you, I'm feeling as good as... We're happy to see you back on your feet, sir.
But now, he must return to the battlefield. Of course, I'm grateful that he's well again. A part of me can't help feeling...
I'm sorry, Eleanor. But I promise I shall...
Oh, my love.
Woo, getting awful steamy in here. I've never seen two people who care for each other so deeply. And yet, despite that deep love, their lives force them apart. He must protect the nation, and she must protect their home for when he returns. Their love is suffocated and crushed under the heavy weight of duty. Duty. Such a simple word. Yet it has the power to keep two... In the end, what does such a marriage mean? What is it all for?
Wow. What's gotten...
She seemed really affected by that conversation with the Goodmans.
Maybe being married means even more on the moon than it does down here on Luxembourg.
Still, I know how she feels. What I wouldn't give to experience true love like the Goodman someday.
Does this mean you're about to launch into a monologue too?
Unacceptable.
All right, everyone. Ready to go? Let's do it! To the Temple of Water!
Ich frage mich gerade, wenn ich jetzt Magnolia kurz ändere zum Weißmarkt, ja, kann ich dann beleben? Nee, ich könnte sie nur mit Vitra heilen. Nee, dann machen wir mal den Job zurück. Da hat sich ja nichts geändert an die Ausrüstung und so. Einzige, was ich machen kann, ist die Monsterwahrscheinlichkeit runtersetzen, ne? Das Party-Gespräch erstmal anhören. Oder zur heißen Quelle. So. Ich glaube, hier habe ich aber auch alles gekauft. Das habe ich gekauft. Da gehen wir mal zum Waffenhändler und gucken, da ob ich alles gekauft habe. Ne, habe ich eben noch nicht alles gekauft. Ja, das wird noch teuer werden, das alles zu kaufen. Ich mache jetzt hier noch das Update. Dann gehe ich mich noch heilen. Das ist jetzt auf Maximum. Daran, wie weit der Mond ist, kann man auch merken, wie weit man ist. Von der Spielzeit und so. Gut, ich habe halt oft so geklappt. Ich habe gerade gemerkt, gut, ich glaube, wenn ich aufs, es kann sein, dass ich doch von selbst geheilt werde. Wenn jetzt das Gespräch kommt und so, das kommt ja auch ab und zu vor.
Look, the Skyhold is on the move again.
It's headed for the Temple of Water! There's no time to lose. Let's give chase in the... Rub-a-dub!
Hold on. The rub-a-dub?
We have to call it something, right?
The man with the purple pen? The rub-a-dub? Where do you come up with these names? I can't decide if they're strange, or silly, or just way too up.
Oh, you don't like it? Well, I had... The Leisure Liner Bathtastic? Sauna Sloopy? The HMS Hot Spa? Let's just stick with Rub-a-dub.
Rub-a-dub it is!
Oh, wait! How about the Battleship Bubble Bath?
Rub-a-dub moving out!
Ich bin gerade überlegen, ob man sich noch irgendwo kostenlos heilen könnte. Aber nee, fällt mir nicht ein. Das heißt aber auch, ich muss wieder eine Federopfer, dass ich einer meiner Männer habe. Dann gehen wir auf das Schiff. Also Schiff betreten. Ne? Ich muss unbedingt mal ein paar Phoenix-Federn kaufen. Das werde ich dann oft machen. Ne? Also so ein paar Kämpfe und dann vielleicht ein paar Waffen. Ne? Aber für heute war es das langsam auch, würde ich sagen. Na, gute 2 Stunden. Ne? Lang auch. Gut, ich könnte halt noch zum nächsten Kontinent eigentlich fahren. Ich weiß halt nicht, was kommt. Ich fahre jetzt einfach zum nächsten Kontinent noch. Ich bin zu neugierig. Also es wird halt nur wahrscheinlich groß geredet. Und Kampf, glaube ich, kommt jetzt nicht mehr in nächster Zeit. Ja, und dann sind wir tatsächlich auf dem letzten Kontinent. Dann geht es, glaube ich, schon hoch zur Himmelsfestung. Und dann kommt das New Game Plus. Beziehungsweise erstmal hole ich mir die fehlenden Klassen und dann kommt das New Game Plus. Weil das New Game Plus, ich habe es ja schon erwähnt. Ich habe es erwartet, ja genau. Weil ich hatte es ja schon erwähnt, dass das New Game Plus in dem Spiel was ganz Besonderes ist. Ich glaube, egal welches Ausrufezeichen man ansteuert, es kommt immer dasselbe Gespräch. Zack, sind wir da. Ich habe gedacht, das Gespräch kommt sofort.
Look, it's the Skyhold.
There's no doubt about it. It's heading for the temple. What just happened? The Skyhold. It's on fire.
Someone's attacking the Skyhold. But it...
Memory. The cruelest and most beautiful of gifts. We look back at the days gone, the more we come to learn. The greater our regret. You may learn truths you wish you had never known. But stay proud. What you believed in yesterday has not lost meaning. Someday you will see for yourself, when you look back upon your life, that each day served a purpose.
Was jetzt so folgt. Kapitelende. Das heißt... Ja, ich habe so geklappt wegen dem Lied. Ich beende hier den Stream. Und im nächsten Stream ist das schon durchgelaufen, das Opening. Beziehungsweise ich werde das überspringen. Und dann machen wir an der Stelle weiter. Also bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.